Hey guys, it's me, Christina Marie. I'm trying out a new exciting primer that I got at Walgreens. This is the NYX Pigment Primer. So we're going to go to the side of the box and it shows you right here what it can do for your eyeshadow. Now, I heard about this because the lady at Walgreens was like, if you're going to use loose pigment, this sucker is the best of the best. And I was like, come on, it's an NYX, it's like $8 or something like that. How good could it possibly be? I'm a total Urban Decay girl. So I got some loose pigment and I did this eye right here with this primer and this eye with a different primer. And I was blown away. So if you guys want to see that video, just stay tuned and it's going to start right now. So let's just open it up and see what the formula actually looks like. The packaging is like an iridescent packaging, even though it looks white on camera. Oh, why is that like, look at this, like, what is this, like oil? Okay, so maybe it's because it needs to be shook up or the weather's out cold. But let's go ahead and pour, let's get that oil out and go straight to the product and see what it looks like on the actual eye. It looks like it's going to be like a transparent color. Let's go ahead and just put it on the eye. Okay, since we have a clear primer here, I'm going to go with another clear primer. I'm going to go with the NARS primer. This is a clear color as well on this eye. You guys can see they have absolutely no color to them. Now, they do feel different. This one feels like it's more dry. This one feels like it's just a pinch, still sticky wet. I'm going to give it a few more seconds to dry down. Okay guys, so I'm not going to set my primer with a powder because this is supposed to be one of those primers that everything sticks to it. So I'm going to go ahead and just put the brown throughout my crease area and see how that looks. See if it actually blends out with the primer. And then we're going to go with the loose pigment that I have here. This is a pink Wet n Wild, just a loose pigment, and see does it hold better on one eye versus the other. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but this one is just a pinch darker and I used much less product on this eye with the NYX primer than I did with the NARS. So that's pretty impressive. The eyeshadow did stick to it almost like immediately when I touched it and I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to blend this out, but this one is darker and it did grab the eyeshadow a lot better. Wow, pretty darn good. Okay, now let's get to that loose pigment. That's what we're all waiting for. This is in the color Peekaboo by Wet n Wild. You guys can see the loose pigment right there. Let's go ahead and just get a packer brush and put this on the eye and cross our fingers. Okay guys, so the pigment is on the brush. Let's go ahead and just go into this eye right here and see. Does it hold it as well? So I thought I was going to be really impressed with this loose pigment. I'm really not. This one just looks like a bland, pale pink. So let's go ahead and try it on the other one that we are testing out. There is the pigment on the brush. What in the world? That is like night and day. I'm going to go ahead and pack it on the other eye a little bit more, a lot more. Oh my goodness. Okay guys, so I think that tells us everything right there. Like, okay, maybe I put a little bit more product on this one. I thought I grabbed the same amount of product. I didn't. But looking really, really close up, this NYX pigmented primer, I'm like wowed by it because I know you can't really tell on camera, but in person, this side that I have this one on, it's almost like a solid sheet of color, like a solid sheet. Like you don't even really see through the pigment. And then when I look on this side with the NARS primer, you can still somewhat see through the pigment. So I'm actually very, very impressed with this. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my makeup and let's see what it does with the darker colors. Okay guys, so I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but look how much darker the chocolate is over here with the NYX. Like this is the same amount of product, right? Look how dark this chocolate looks. Mind you, my chocolate comes all the way out to here. The chocolate does come all the way out to here, but unfortunately, it really didn't actually grab that pigment right there, or the brown, the chocolate, as much on the eyelid as it did this eye. This product, this NYX, I'm like, wow. Lady at Walgreens recommended it. This is amazing for loose pigment or actually any eyeshadow. The only problem that you might have is that it's going to grab the shadow a lot more than if you than what you would think it would, because you barely tap and it really clings onto it. So this is a fantastic hey guys, product. So I just wanted to turn on the camera and show you the difference. I am not joking. Like, I know you can see the difference from one eye to the other, how much more pigmented this one is. I kept packing and packing and packing on the eyeshadow onto this eye so it would match this, because I don't want to be walking around with one eye looking different than the other, but they do look different. I mean, from afar, no, but when you get close, you can see that this one is so much more pigmented, and this one is not. And this one I used maybe a quarter of the product. Even Karen noticed it over like FaceTime. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button, little subscribe button, a tiny little bell next to it for notifications of new videos. I'm Christina Marie. I'm out. Bye.